Why emotions matter. We feel before we think. We tend to think that we are rational beings, but we are emotional beings before we are rational beings. We feel before we think. Recall from a previous video that any emotion has three parts: an interpretation of our relation to an event, a feeling, and a desire to do something. So in fear, we make the interpretation I'm in danger. We feel afraid and we want to do something about it. We may want to run. Our feelings tend to occur before our awareness of what we're thinking. Our emotions often determine what we are thinking. Here's an example. Imagine that you're on a road trip with a friend. There you are. You're busy talking to your friend, and you're so engrossed in the conversation that you find you have not been attending to the road for quite some time. There you go, driving. And then a ball rolls out into the street, and you swerve immediately without even thinking. Of course, wherever there's a ball, a child is soon to follow. Now, how is this possible? How is it possible that we can become aware of something about which we had no awareness? If we weren't conscious of the road, how did we notice the ball rolling into the street? The answer is our emotions unconsciously bring important events to our conscious awareness. Here's how it works. Emotions start with an interpretation of the world. So, our needs are to keep the children safe. The event is a ball coming into the road, and when we see those two things, we feel danger. We have an interpretation, danger. And our interpretations, however, they're usually unconscious. They occur outside of awareness. Our unconscious interpretations automatically evoke feelings and actions. Boom, we make the interpretation that causes a feeling, fear, and it also causes us an action. We swerve the car even before we're fully aware of what's going on. Our feelings then direct our attention to the important events that generated them. Now, that seems strange, but true. Our interpretations unconsciously generate our feelings, but at the same time, our feelings make our interpretations conscious. That's how emotions structure our awareness of the world. Here we have the event. Our feelings make that interpretation conscious, brings into our consciousness a child is running into the road, even though we've appraised the danger even before we're aware of it. Emotions organize our conscious awareness. They alert us to what is important in our world. When we gain insight into our emotions, we come to understand what's truly important to us. But wait, there's more. Not only do our emotions alert us to what's important, they also alert us to what's important to other people in our lives. So, look at these facial expressions. What do they communicate? Yes, they communicate the emotion that someone is feeling. When someone's having an emotion, they express it in their face, in their body, in their voice. And when this happens, other people's emotional expressions are telling you what's important to them. This is important. So, what does this face tell you? This face says that she thinks what you said was funny. This face tells you maybe she didn't quite expect something to happen. She's surprised. This face tells you that maybe she thinks you did something wrong. This face tells you that she didn't quite understand what you said. This face tells you that maybe you had better be careful. Sometimes people say, and this isn't quite right, "Hey, you can't tell me what I'm feeling. I'm the only one that can say what I'm feeling." But we can tell a lot about people, about what they're thinking and feeling, simply from their expressions, just simply from their faces and their body and their voices. Now, why is this important to conflict management? Because conflict is about things that matter. Things that matter cause emotion. And to manage conflict, we must attend to the emotions both in ourselves and in other people. We don't manage conflict by using logic to convince somebody of something. Managing conflict is about connecting to emotions, both our own and our partners. Thanks for watching.